How are you guys doing today? Did not expect to be doing a video 2 hours after I dropped my other one. No, I'm not going to be doing a Scott Garibay release schedule, but this is important enough. I figured we could cover it real quick, little mini video here. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's go back to April of 2023, barely 2 years ago. Steve Jackson Games welcomes Meredith Placco as the new CEO. In fact, I sort of remember this. Please join me in welcoming Meredith Placco as our new CEO. Meredith is no stranger to the tabletop game business. She joins us from Turbo Dork, the acrylic paint company known for its bright metallic and color turbo shifting hues. Her leadership has helped grow TD into a favorite of mini painters across the globe. I don't know if I've heard of this. I don't know if I have any of these paints. I'll have to check. But apparently she was big into this company, and she was also, at the time, excited at joining the team at Steve Jackson Games, something she cannot express in words. She may have overdone it there. Mostly dinosaur-esque screeching noises. Okay, Meredith. I hope to earn your trust in the months going forward. We'll see. I think we're going to see how that turned out. Talking about her history, she got her first taste in a Telnet D&D campaign. And it says when she's not playing her cleric, who's going through a crisis of faith. It's always crisis with these people, isn't it? And Meredith can be found cuddling in a pile of cats. Sort of says it all, doesn't it? A little more than 2 years later. Meredith Placco has resigned as our CEO. This is from Steve Jackson himself. This was not anticipated. Ooh, blindsided. When I get a plan, I'll share. For right now, everyone who is reporting to her will be reporting to me. And he says he has nothing to add to her interview on another website, but he just wishes her and Turbo Dork the best of luck in these tough times. And then he immediately goes to say how much he appreciates his staff. They're going through some tough times, and yeah, oh well, life's tough. Looking at that article, I'm just kind of giving you the base story here. It does have a quote from her. After 2 transformative years at Steve Jackson Games, I've made the decision to step down from my role as CEO. The decision was not made lightly and came after months of deep reflection, probably since the election when she knew the tariffs were coming. And she could probably see the writing on the wall. Although it is instructive to know that she had 2 years to prepare for such an eventuality, but planning is not a strong point with these people. She's proud of the work she's done and grateful for the talented people. This is all boilerplate language for somebody who wants to jump ship. This is very much just a get out while you can. And she is apparently going back to Turbo Dork. This is what they do. Can't say I like the website design. Maybe I do have some of these. I don't know. I have some color shifting paints, but I don't, actually, no. You know what? I don't think they're these. Oh boy, they've already, I guess, updated their website, talking about who they are, and here it is, Meredith. This would be Meredith Placco, coming right back over to a company that she co-founder of Turbo Dork, network news producer, boy, talk show host, and star of the award-winning short film Tone. Meredith leads the team here at Turbo Dork. How 2 decades of news and entertainment work translates to running a paint company is anybody's guess. But if anyone can keep this ragtag crew of adventurers on course, Meredith is sure she knows the way. Well, she didn't do too good at her last job. I did look. She does have an IMDb. Apparently, this film might not be out yet. She played a cosplay coach. Marvel movie news. She looks like she's from the entertainment industry. Well, this is what you get when you hire someone who's probably not really a gamer. I mean, maybe she's gamed, but somebody who's in the entertainment business that much, it's probably not her love. She just goes to the best opportunity out there. Yeah, more power to her, I guess. Like I said, she jumped out while she could, and she left good old Steve Jackson holding the bag. Can't say I'm too upset about that. In fact, it's kind of enjoyable to watch. I believe they call that Schadenfreude, don't they? So yes, Meredith Placco, gone as CEO. Steve Jackson Games seems to be circling the drain. I never thought I'd be covering this company this much, but they sort of deserve it for all the wokeness that they've gotten themselves into. I did a video on Allison Page a little while back, and she's terribly woke. Steve Jackson himself, terribly woke. You can see here the virtue signaling they are prone to do. This is actually from my video. It's called Meet the New Misandrist Editor at Steve Jackson Game. That's about Allison Page. So you can watch that if you just look back a little bit. But yeah, racism and bigotry have no place anywhere. Of course, appalled by the murder of George Floyd and the countless other atrocities. What atrocities that have led to the current protests. Talking about the Summer of Love. They've donated cash, not games, to charities in Austin. Maybe you could have used that cash to get yourself through periods like this. This is why I have no sympathy for this company. Donating cash instead of being a wise businessman and throwing it away. Essentially, you're funding a mansion for the people behind BLM. I'm sure they thank you very much. Go ahead and ask for a refund if you dare. And here they are, of course, asking everyone else to help local organizations to stand against injustice and racism and vote. Do you think they're asking you to vote for Donald Trump? No. So fuck Steve Jackson. I hope he's penniless, and I don't really care if his company goes under. I know people will be out of work. Yeah, if they're worthwhile, they won't stay out of work very long. And if they're lazy slugs, well, I don't know. I guess they'll be getting what they deserve. All right, so that's it. There you go. You get 2 videos in the space of a couple of hours. Oof. I promise I won't make this a habit. All right, you guys take care. Have a great weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye. Well, the sponsor for today's video is Firelock Games. You may know them from Blood and Plunder. They also have a role-playing game called War Stories, which is a World War II role-playing game using the Year Zero engine from Free League. Now, I did a review of War Stories a little while back, and generally speaking, I really liked it. Just a couple of little things I might have changed here and there, but there were no deal breakers. And they have a Kickstarter campaign now that expands this from Europe, which is in here, to the Pacific. And there's also, in this Kickstarter, a campaign that takes us back to Europe for Operation Market Garden. You may remember that as seen in movies such as A Bridge Too Far, one of the best war movies of all time. I have no problem supporting this company, Firelock Games. Games only, no nonsense. That is why, actually, they are sponsoring. I don't take sponsorships from most of the people that reach out to me. This one I did because I like the company and I want to see this game succeed. So if you want to take your game to the Pacific or up in Holland for Operation Market Garden, check out the Kickstarter. The link is in the description of this video.